She said that she's a new Muslim, she's a revert, and she said that my father died as a non-Muslim. Is it okay for me to visit his grave and pray for him? This is really one of the toughest questions, especially when I answer a new Muslim. But I'd like to tell you that this situation happened to several prophets. And this is also pertaining or relating to the previous question which we handled before the break. For instance, with Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, and this is thousands of years before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his father was an idolater. And he died as a disbeliever. He died as a non-Muslim. Ibrahim alayhi salam was very dutiful to his father, and he promised him to seek forgiveness for him. A similar situation that we have here. And the Quran recorded that. He said, لَأَسْتَغْفِرَنَّ لَكَ. He said, certainly I will continue to seek forgiveness for you. وَمَا أَمْلِكُ لَكَ مِنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. But as far as whether my forgiveness would work or not, would help you or not, my invocation would be accepted or not, I don't know. I cannot avail you an art against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in another ayah, وَمَا كَانَ اسْتِغْفَارُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ لِأَبِيهِ إِلَّا عَنْ مَوْعِدَةٍ وَعَدَهَا إِيَّاهُ فَلَمَّا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُ أَنَّهُ عَدُوٌّ لِلَّهِ تَبَرَّأَ مِنْهُ. The Quran explains why Ibrahim alayhi salam promised his father, or why Ibrahim alayhi salam used to seek forgiveness for his father who died as a disbeliever, because he promised him. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed Ibrahim alayhi salam that you're not allowed to seek forgiveness for him because he was a kafir. A kafir, he chose to be a kafir. After the message was delivered to him, he insisted on disbelief. Then he stopped asking for forgiveness for him. فَلَمَّا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُ أَنَّهُ عَدُوٌّ لِلَّهِ تَبَرَّأَ مِنْهُ. Not only he stopped asking for forgiveness for him, rather he disowned him. In Surah Al-Munafiqun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْهِمْ أَسْتَغْفَرْتَ لَهُمْ أَمْ لَمْ تَسْتَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ لَنْ يَغْفِرَ اللَّهُ لَهُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الْفَاسِقِينَ. And this ayah was said to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Whether you seek forgiveness for them or not, Allah will not forgive them. It will be of no use. Because they chose to be rebellious, they chose to be disbelievers. So this is pertaining those who knew about Islam, knew about the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they chose not to believe in Him. So Allah ordered us to disown them if they die in a state of disbelief. But as long as they are alive, the Quran, the same Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders us in the same Quran to be dutiful to them. وَصَاحِبْهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا. Even though they are disbelievers, and maybe they are working on hindering you from the path of Allah, struggling against your faith, still give them a good company in the dunya, support them financially, take good care of them, uphold their ties, treat them kindly. But if they die, that's it. And this is what happened with Nuh and his son. Remember before the break, the sister was saying that, it was Ali from Oman. What if somebody raises his children but it doesn't work out? Well, if you go by the book, you do exactly what Allah wants from you. If you care about the deen as much as you care about math, science and language and PE, if you care about the religious and Islamic studies, Islamic etiquette like that, then things doesn't really go as you desire, you're not blameworthy. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Nuh alayhi salam, and I guess you all know that Nuh alayhi salam spent 950 years preaching all of his people, including his wife and his children, of course. So his wife and his son disbelieved. They chose not to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She was still his wife, he was still his son, but they didn't want to follow him. So when the flood came, and Nuh alayhi salam was still hoping that his son can catch the last moment, play in the spare time. Come and join us, come on board. Ya bunayya arkam ma'ana. The son objected. He said, no, you go. I'm not following you, you and the believers with you. سآوي إلى جبل يعصمني من الماء. I'm going to seek shelter in a high mountain to protect myself from the flood. He did not perceive what's going on. He didn't know that it's not just an ordinary flood. It is similar to the day of judgment. That's it. It is the end of life for the disbelievers. قال لا عاصم اليوم من أمر الله إلا من رحم. Noah said to his son, no one will be saved today but those whom Allah have mercy on. وحال بينهما الموج فكان من المغرقين. While the dialogue was going on, the father, full of pity and mercy for his son, son, come and join me, please, come with me, come on board. The son turns around and says, no, I'm not interested. I'm not coming with you. Back and forth, all of a sudden, a high wave came, وحال بينهما الموج فكان من المغرقين. Nuh alayhi salam is still a father. He was hoping maybe he can intercede for his son. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not only forbade him from interceding for his son, He warned him. قال يا نوح إنه ليس من أهلك إنه عمل غير صالح فلا تسألني ما ليس لك به علم إني أعظك أن تكون من الجاهلين. Don't you ever do it again. Don't you ever seek forgiveness for your son again. That's my son. This is if the person or the people who died in a state of disbelief knew about Islam. May Allah guide all of us and make us die in a state of belief. This is an advice in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اتَّقُوا اللَّهَ حَقَّ تُقَاتِهِ وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. O you who believe, fear Allah and keep your duty to Him as it should be, and die not but as Muslims. May Allah grant us this condition of Islam while we live, until we die, so that we receive salvation on the Day of Judgment.